Okay, I think we're recording, so I'm going to try this with the two cameras. Hey, everybody. Tonight's homework. Um, at a few of the star questions on things that we need to review about. So let's take a look at number 22. This is a simple straight up. It has an expanded notation. It says a temperature in degrees, so we're looking at right here. In degrees in Fahrenheit is shown in expanded notation. How is this temperature in degrees Fahrenheit written as a numeral? And so I want to take a look. So we're going to multiply this here. So we take our 9 times 10. And what's 9 times 10? And that's 90. And then I'm going to add that to 4 times 1/10 is equal to 4/10, and we add that together, and what do you have total? That's absolutely right. So this is going to equal to 90 and 4/10. Look at the next one. I'm going to move this up a bit, and I'll probably end up erasing that one. So if you take a look, I ended up having it where I took this part here, right? And then this one right here, and I brought it straight down. And then I added these together. So let me move this out of the way so that you can see it. The 90 plus the 4/10, and I have to line up my decimals. So I have 90 wholes and 4/10. And so that's the temperature in Fahrenheit. All right, let me go ahead and erase this. So that is done. All right, so let's go to the next one on number 35. The weight of sand in a large bag is 63 4/10 pounds. So I'm circling my number. Is in the bag that is divided equally into 20 small bags. Okay, so I have a total amount, and it's telling me that I'm going to divide. What is the weight in pounds of the sand in each small bag? All right, remember that in class we were talking about that when we're solving it, we need to write down the facts. So if you see here, I'm writing down facts. And so what is it that I know about my story? I know that I have a total amount of 63 4/10 pounds of sand. It's a lot of weight. And I know that I need to divide equally. My mistake. Equally into 20 bags. Now my question, those are all the facts that I have. Says what is the weight in pounds of the sand in each small bag? So the weight in pounds, I'm going to just abbreviate LBS. It means pounds. In each small bag is blank. Or you could about the weight of each small bag is blank pounds. So whichever one you wanted to write. Just remember that when we're rephrasing it, it is simply so that we know what we are solving for. A lot of you did not do that today when you were taking your assessment. Still, it's like, well, I can figure it out. And then you didn't solve what we were looking for. So, okay, so I'm going to move this here. So my equation is going to be 63 4/10 divided by 20 equals question mark. So this is my divisor. 20 goes into 63 4/10. And remember that when we are dividing with decimals, it just moves straight up. 20 cannot go into 6, but 20 can go into 63 3 times. 3 times 0 equals 0. 3 times 2 equals 6. And remember, if you're still getting confused about that, you can do 20 times 2, 20 times 3, and then you have that. I'm going to bring down my 4. 20 goes into 34 one time, and that's 20, and I subtract that out. So it's 4, and 3 minus 2 equals 1. Well, remember that when we did this a while back, we added another 0. 20 times 7 equals 140. So it's 140, and I zero that out. Can you see that part? Let me move this screen down just a bit. So the answer is going to be 3 17/10 pounds. So I'm going to circle this one right here. And each bag weighs 3 17/100 pounds. All right. Okay, let's look at the next one. Move this up a bit. Kristen drinks 5/10 liters of orange juice with breakfast each day. How many milliliters of orange juice does she drink? All right, so here's what I know. I know that she has 5/10 and then liters. Let me just erase that part. I know that she has 5/10 and it's in liters, and that's the orange juice, and it's for 15 days. How many milliliters does she drink? So I'm going from liters to milliliters. Which strategy are we going to use to solve for this one? Yes, the input-output table. So drawing my input-output, this is liters to milliliters. What is my rule? R. All right, looking at my chart. Oh, what did I do with my chart? I look at my chart. I have 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. So I'm going to move this over here. 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. Well, I only have a half of a milliliter. It's 5/10. Remember, I'm going to be multiplying that by 1,000 is my rule. So 5/10 times 1,000, a half of 1,000, because I only have 5/10 of it. So I'm going to take half of that 1,000, and what is a half of 1,000? It's going to be 500 milliliters. Now, if you weren't quite sure how that worked, 5/10 liters, and that was for 15 days for each day. And I didn't do that right. So how many milliliters of orange juice does Kristen drink during the 15 days? Okay, so she drinks, my facts, 5/10 liters each day. Okay, and this is for 15 days. How many milliliters do we need to do? So it's going to be liters to milliliters. All right, so I need to, first of all, and I could have done it on that way. There's a couple of things that we could have done. We could have done it where we just that kind of looks like a bullet. I'll do it like this. So I have 5/10 liter each day for 15 days. And so I could multiply that out, or I can go ahead and convert it to milliliters and then multiply that out, because it will still work the same. So if I have 15 days times 5/10, I'm going to circle this part, and I'm going to move one place value left. So this is 25, 5, 6, 7, and move this over. All right, so now I'm going to Go from liters to milliliters, my input-output table. Liters to milliliters, my 1,000 milliliters. What's my rule? Multiply by 1,000. Very good. Now I have 7 5/10 times 1,000. Now remember, when I multiply it by 1,000, you can simply put your 7 1/10 times. Now I put anything multiplied by 0 is 0. So I'm going to put this on the outside. How many decimal spots am I going to move it? This way. There you go. I'm going to move it 1. Move one place value to the left. So this is 0, 0, 0. 1 times 5 equals 5. 1 times 7 is 7. Move this over. So how many milliliters does she end up drinking? 7,500 milliliters. Okay, so you see that? All right. Let me try to get a bigger picture and know what we just did. Again, I wrote down my facts. The only thing I didn't do is I needed to put my question, and it says how many milliliters. So she drank blank milliliters of OJ during the 15 days. And so this is going to be 7,500. And there we go. All right, let's move over to the next one. All right, let's take a look at Cheyenne. Cheyenne works 15 hours a week. 15 hours a week at the movie theater. She earns, even about the weekly income is true. Okay? Her net income is after taxes. Her gross income is before taxes. So her net income is more than $120. Her gross income is less than $120. Her net income is less than $120. Or J, her gross income is more than $120. Well, let's take a look. She earns, here's my facts. First of all, she works 15 hours a week. Okay, earns okay, so let's find out how much this is. 8 times 5 is 40. Carry my 4. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 4 is what? 12. Very good. So she earns $120 a week. Is that net or gross? Very good. It's gross. This is before taxes. So which one is going to be a true statement? Because we want to know what is true. Her net income, which is after taxes, is more than $120. That's not even a true statement. How can after taxes be more than $120? It's not possible, right? Her gross income is less than $120. Well, before taxes, can she have less than 100? No, that's not possible either. $120. That's a good possibility. Oh, this is false. I'm so sorry. It's a good possibility of being true. Her net income, which is after taxes, is going to be less than $120 because this is the maximum amount that she can earn. Her gross income is more than $120. Well, that's a false statement. So the correct answer is H. Remember to write out your notes so that you can have a better understanding of what you're reading. Okay. Let's look at number 15. 4 students each wrote down a number between 30 and 40. The list shows the numbers they wrote. So Eli wrote 35, Ulysses wrote 39, Maggie wrote 37, Palmer wrote 33. Which student wrote down a prime number? Remember the definition of prime? Remember it is, so prime, so it's only two factors. And what are those two factors? 1 times itself. Okay, 35, it's 1 times 35, 5 times 7. So that can't, this is composite. 39, 1 times 39, 13 times 3, composite. 33, 1 times 33, 3 times 11, composite. So it's going to be Maggie because it's only 1 times 37. So you're going to have to sort that out and see that, okay? I think I have something on my screen. Oh. Yeah. All right, let's look at the next one. The hundredths model is shaded to represent a division problem. It's already telling you it's a division problem. Which equation is represented by this model? Well, let's take a look. How many total? So let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 8 hundredths. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 hundredths. So what is 8 hundredths times 9 hundredths? This is 9 hundredths. Yes, 72 hundredths. So this would be correct. This is correct. This is correct. This is correct. We said it's division. And we said that it's 9 because we have 9 rows, right? So it's divided by, because we have a total of 72 hundredths. So we have 9 rows. 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, 5, 8, 9. So we're going to have 9. And it's going to equal 8 hundredths, right? So which is going to be the correct answer? And I was just counting these hundredths. So it's actually going to be the 9 wholes. So which one would that be? Is it 72 hundredths divided by 9 equals 9? Remember the order, remember the fact family? Is 9 times 9 72 hundredths? No, that's not a good. 9 hundredths times 9 equals 72 hundredths? No, because 9, that's 81. 81, that's not right. 8 wholes times 9 wholes equals 72 hundredths? Does it sound right? No. So the correct answer is here where we have hundredths times 9 rows is equal to 72 hundredths. And this is a true statement. And on this one right here, I had made a mistake because I was coming down and counting the numbers that I had going down to get the total, but it's the rows that you're counting across. And so that's 9 rows of 8 tenths. So I have 9 rows of 8, not 8 tenths, 8 hundredths. Okay, very good. All right, so D is our correct answer. All right, ready to move forward? And this last one, we're just looking at reevaluating our rounding. What is 64 hundredths rounded to the tenths place? I'm going to rewrite this, and I'm sure everybody's already yelling it out. Going to my tenths place. 5 or more, add 1 more. 4 or less, let it rest. I'm going to let it rest. Bring everything down, and the answer is 6 tenths or 60 hundredths. And that's it for this evening. Guys, I hope you get some rest tonight. Miss Jackson's class, you guys are having your benchmark tomorrow. You'll do wonderful. Everybody else, you're going to be reviewing and just get some rest. And don't forget to eat a very good breakfast. All right, I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye.